dive right in. Let's go.
Hi guys.
We're back.
We're back. It reminds me like some kind of Halloween movie when you say it like that. We're back.
I ain't anywhere because I don't have a microphone.
Now we're back. Episode 9, guys. So here we go. Welcome back to our unapologetic era with Ashley and Leah. You know, like sound effects. I'll just throw that in there. And also, if some
Mr. Producer, she likes sound effects.
good ones though. I got to get rid of my drum rolls or something. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
But here today, we are going to talk about our dirty DMs.
The dirty DMs are really fun. It's really hard to choose.
You have too many. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
Like when we start preparing and we come before we get on here with you guys and we're prepping and it's like, oh my God, they're all too juicy. I can't keep up.
Hey, you know, I have some people that they're amazed that I have all these DMs, and for the longest time I would tell people I don't understand why I get this stuff because I'm older and I'm older and I'm not perfect. Like, bleh. So I could only imagine like what a 25-year-old who's like a 10 gets in her DMs. But I think because I am older and I think they think they have a chance. I think these people think they have a chance.
Because your guard's down or you're naive?
Because I'm less valuable.
Oh, so
like a 25-year-old who's a 10 is not really approachable.
So, I mean, but you're still a 10.
I'm a 10 for a 43-year-old.
Oh, don't even go down that road.
Yeah, but anyway, I really did think that for the longest time. I'm like, I can't imagine what they get in their inbox. And then because of what I get, and I'm like, wait, hold on a second. I think I get dirtier stuff because...
But you have a circle of a lot of age bracket of people. Do you ever ask any of the girls that are younger?
Yeah, that have like big followings, like thousands, like tens of thousands of followings.
Right.
They're like, no, I mean, they're like me. Yeah, guys do slide into their DMs, but mine are weird.
You should get weirdos.
Yeah, mine are weird.
Well, let's roll into this weirdo.
Okay,
for our time.
Today's weirdo starts like this. Q DM. So I posted, we'll just call it a thirst trap because let's just be honest. I posted a little thirst trap, which is asking for trouble, I will admit.
A picture of you working out.
Yeah, okay, all right, yeah. As you can see in the thing, like it's me doing calf raises, okay? There's no chest, so it's a slight thirst trap. Anyway, I have this friend who's not really a friend. We're just going to call him a friend, that responded, and he says that I have way too much on in the sauna. Now, this person's responded before. I don't know his name because he doesn't have a picture. I'm not actually friends with him, and he doesn't have a name for his account. He is blocked now, so I do feel comfortable talking about this. But this wasn't the first time that he had messaged me, and I'd always just ignored it. And this was the time that I said, fuck it. I am done ignoring this creep. And so he responds and says, I don't have on too much clothes. And I said, dude, you got to stop. This is just out of control. Let me actually pull up so I don't have to look at it.
It says, yeah, I'm not flattered.
Yeah, I'm not. That's the truth. I'm not flattered. So, he responds. Okay, so then he responds. He doesn't respond to what I said. He responds to himself again or to the story again. And y'all have to understand that the song was the bridge part of the song, and the song makes a joke about a guy leaving her for a dude, and it's just a joke. Like, it's funny and whatever else. And so he says, all white fellas are gay or bi. White fellas, chime in, please. Please, for the love of God.
Hey, they say narcissists are secretly gay. Have you ever read that?
That would make a lot of sense.
Anyway, go ahead.
So then he says, stop what? And he is referring to my text above. And so and then he continues on, as you can see. I'm just guiding you is all. We all need guidance. Yes, you do. You need guidance. So I said the comments, referring to his stop what? It's rude and makes me uncomfortable. Next slide, please. And I said, and no, I don't need your guidance. He says, I mean, no harm. You definitely need my guidance. I'm in the 75th percentile of income pay. Where is he getting this statistic from? We don't know.
I thought it was the opposite. I thought you were supposed to say I'm like in the 1% percentile. Like if you make money, you say I'm
like
in
you want to be in the top 1%.
Right. So in me, he's saying I'm the top. So I'm in the 75. That means you're poor.
Are we talking about tax brackets now?
I don't know, but 70. You want to go the opposite. So 75%.
And who calls someone bae in the same sentence?
Bae. He's just trying to prove a fact.
I'm better than the rest. Thanks for letting me know.
Wait.
Yeah, I have an 800 credit score. Shh, don't tell anybody. We're telling everybody.
I love how this dude's like, shh.
Bae has an 800 credit score.
So does my husband. Who cares?
So does my daddy. So I don't need you because my daddy can help me if I need someone's credit.
My daddy.
I said, you're about to be blocked because I really was over it. So he doesn't stop, y'all. Like he goes on to say that his shit talking.
I talk my shit and I still do.
He says he's okay with being blocked. And as you can see here, he's like, he goes on to say that he has a who dat. I don't know why. Why did he throw in a who dat?
Maybe he's from New Orleans. Because we still don't know what this man looks like.
Then he goes on to say, which I read this DM to my mother yesterday. And so he goes on to say that I really do need help, that he doesn't want to see me, I guess, like self-implode. And so he says, your parents really seem to fail you. My mother was very offended. And she said, I said, Mom, he's blocked. And she was like, unblock him and message him back and tell him that your mother does not appreciate that. And I'm like, well, that'll come off as if you're a little bit, not confident in the fact that you didn't fail. No, I am not unblocking him.
But you can't, it says you can't destroy yourself under my watch.
But I mean, like, I guess just watching.
He's your protector, or he's your
I mean, I guess I'm glad that my protector has such a good credit score.
So does Daddy.
Daddy. So then this is where I actually blocked him because he said they blocked Jesus too. Who blocked Jesus? I'm pretty sure he was hung on a cross, not blocked.
Who blocked? Yeah, do your parents block Jesus? Like, I'm so confused. These men and their grammatical of like just context, I just don't get it.
It's the fact that he actually is trying to sell himself. This one's so bad in the fact that it's just chaotic and weird that I almost feel like it's one of my friends trolling me. Which, if it is you, just make another account. Let's keep going. But
that was my response to you is we don't know what he looks like. We don't know his name. It could very well be someone you either blocked in the past and they came back around, or it could be some absolutely, which I'm going with this, is it's someone you know that can't speak their mind.
Well, the little
directly
picture
to you anymore.
Just said, it looked like a button and it said, fuck buddy. And I didn't like I said, I'm not friends with this guy, so I don't know anything about their account or anything like that. But just creepy. And actually, creepy's not the right word. This is just chaotic. Thanks, it's me again. Yeah.
Well,
I'm a little exhausted after just reading that.
They're so confusing all the time.
It's so confusing. Like, I'm not such an idiot that I can't read, but I'm reading it going, wait, what?
It's like they're having one-sided conversations with themselves. Like, you're not replying to them, so they just start having a conversation. What's in their mind?
The crazy funny thing, though, is that he's trying to convince me of something, which he's talking to himself. So I guess maybe he's convincing himself that he's as great as.
Absolutely, I would go with that. That's the kind of, piggyback on what. But okay, so because you get these DMs all the time, and they're absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
So, do you ever feel like you tolerate more inappropriate messaging during certain times of the month?
Y'all, if he's 6'4". Oh, God, if he is 225 pounds and he is 6'2" or over.
Doesn't matter what he says to you, you'll be like,
I'm probably going to tolerate. And if he slid in and said he had an 800 credit score, bae.
Now we talking. You 6'2" and 8.
That big old nice thick chest.
So we kind of guide you guys a little bit. We call it our feral week as women in our hormonal situations, but basically
there are 4 days out of the month where I need to just stay home.
You can't communicate. I
have to literally keep to myself.
You can't even leave the house. Sometimes that was me when I messaged you the other day, and I was in ovulation feral period. I was like, I just saw a homeless man without a shirt on, and he was freaking hot. It's like, what the hell? And go a week later, I'm like, what the freaking hell was I thinking? Because I've seen him again on the corner driving by, because I go by that corner all the time, and I'm like,
No, it's a real thing. And what did I respond to you? Because there was a guy that was messaging me and he was only sending me videos and his voice. Oh my God. I was like, if this man says one more thing to me, I'm going to drive to him. And he wasn't saying anything weird. He wasn't saying anything like sexual at all. It was just, I was like, this man knew what he was doing. But yeah, I was like, I'm like a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah. The hormones go crazy for like a good 4 days a month. And to be honest with you, I think this goes even for my husband too, is I basically only like men about 4 days a month.
Like that, yeah.
I mean, no, even men, period.
Well, yeah. I mean, I do say all the time, if it has a penis, I don't like it. And look, I know I have 2 boys as my children, and there are a lot of times when I don't like them either. So if it has a penis, I'm questioning its worth in my life.
It's getting worse the older I get. I could honestly say that. Like,
they're getting worse. Are you kidding me? Men are terrible. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So,
but y'all are pretty.
If you want something from me, or probably you too, is like,
better find out what those 4 days are.
Follow my cycle, and you will know when I'm willing to do a lot more things.
I know what mine is. It starts like the second to last day of my period.
The second to last day?
Yeah, like I'm still on my cycle, and when it kicks in, it's like electricity.
But it's just this heightened I know women can relate this, but it's just this heightened attraction that, like, even with my husband, like these masculine features that come out, it's like, it's just, I can't control myself.
I know, the voice. Literally, the guy with the voice.
And it like just shifts my like preferences of like what I want. It's like, I was reading something a while back, and it's like, you know, you're looking for the good gene indicators in a man, like, but it's a physiological thing that it increases. It's like a, I don't know. Okay, I feel like I'm going biblical at this point.
That makes me think. Because I'm like, I know what I'm attracted to. I am attracted to a masculine big man. So does that mean that I subconsciously don't trust myself to be able to protect myself if like the zombie apocalypse happened? And you know what? I do not trust myself if the zombie apocalypse happens. So if you are 6'2" and above and around 225 and you have a credit score of 800, give me a call.
Don't block Jesus.
But only 4 days out of the month. Only 4 days out of the month.
But it actually is a thing. Like, the women do this, and it's supposed to be like a mating thing. Like, you're looking for these good gene indicators to be able to mate with someone, which we're not mating. We're 43 years old.
Oh, I'm mating.
Not mating, like to produce offspring. I am not mating.
Procreating, but I am mating.
But
there is a mating call.
It's called y'all, I can't ever talk. Ovulatory hypothesis. It's a real thing. I'm gonna throw some psychological shit at you.
I call it just like,
but
throw that ass back.
But explain. Okay, so during ovulation, women are more likely to find traditional masculine features and body types attractive that they wouldn't any other time when they're not ovulating.
So does that mean a woman who is married to a more feminine man is just turned off by her man during that time?
No, because I think subconsciously you're going to notice the masculine features of your spouse or significant other, or just a mate, like somebody walking down the street, a homeless man, and it's going to attract, like, I think you're going to attract those things in your mate during that ovulation time.
All I know is that it is weird, and I do not remember feeling this way whenever I was like a teenager or in my early 20s. Of course, I had children in my early 20s, and so I was raising babies.
Right.
That might have had something to do with it. But in high school, I don't know, maybe so in high school. But I don't remember like knowing though. Like now I can tell you when I'm ovulating. I can tell you what's going on with my body, where when I was 16, I could not.
No, you learn now. You learn and you track things and you notice. That's what I was saying. Like, as I get older, I feel like this is all like in the past year or so. It's like, holy shit, this is like, I'm like psychologically unbalanced.
Look, there are some things I like sex. I just do. But I like it a lot during those 4 days. And so I will literally stay away from people because I'm single. And so I don't
Oh, I've literally texted you and you'll send me something like, you need to stay home. Like, just stay home.
Yeah.
Don't go to get in your car and drive 4 hours
No.
to this man.
That you're gonna regret it in 48 hours. You're gonna be like, what was I thinking?
Yeah. I've literally texted you like, do not leave your house.
I also say this because every time I have one of these moments and then I'm like, fuck it, I'm getting me some. I always regret it. And 90% of the time, the only thing I'm getting out of it is a little play. I'm not actually going to get to have an orgasm.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, I know, but that's because most of them don't know what they're doing.
But this sounds like when I was reading about this and stuff, and this is when most of it was saying, like, most of the time, this is when one night stands happen.
Yeah.
So we're only mating for these masculine qualities to reproduce, and we don't give a shit if we see them or want to have a relationship with them.
No. Okay, so yes, you're right, and that does happen, and I can do that. I know like that's a man thing, but I can do that. I can have a one night stand and never think of that person ever again. That's gross, I know, but I can do it. But I'm not going to really enjoy it the way I do with somebody that I love and care about.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm actually craving.
Is the intimacy of the part
Not
of it.
the cardio.
Not the feral part.
Yeah.
The cardio.
I'm not craving the cardio, which it sometimes just is needed. But I've now, because I am self-aware enough, I will recognize not only is my hormones like trying to lead the pack here, but also I'm not in a relationship, so I don't have the physical touch that I crave all the time very often. So I like very much so crave somebody just like touching me.
Yeah.
Which that's why I say I'm not satisfied most of the time, because I'm not going to get that type of intimacy out of a hookup.
Right.
You do though, at least you're married.
There are like I could probably murder him the other 26 days of the month. It's no joke. Like, seriously, I only like him and I want to sit next to him probably a good week out of a month. And it's just insane.
Well, that should be enough to keep him going. And like fill him back up, fill his love tank up, and then drain it back out again.
Because before those like 3 or 4 days that before I start, my period, I probably should lock myself away because I am going to kill someone.
It is pretty sad how much I know it too. Like I'll be having a moment, and it's a moment.
Yes.
And I'm like, I know what's happening here. What's happening here is I am about to start my period, but I still fucking hate you. Like, just get out of my way. And that I've always said that women should never use their hormones as an excuse to be mean to people, and I still believe that. But there are moments when I catch myself reacting a way that I normally would not react, and it is definitely hormonal based.
Absolutely.
The initial feeling is still there, though. It's just amplified.
Right. So was that feeling subconsciously always there? And it's just...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the feeling was there.
Yeah.
And just don't cross the line on that day. I also will just cry by myself.
I have to go I will go in my room and lock myself away.
Yeah, I'll just cry
just
by
out
myself.
of the sanity of my poor family. Just
Also, songs will make me cry all of a sudden.
Just be driving down the street.
Yeah.
Just like, what's that?
And here's the thing. This is why we're laughing about this. We are in our 40s. We're supposed to be like perimenopause or whatever.
Right.
Why am I having 4 days out of the month where I could hump a pillow?
Like a 14-year-old boy. It's a perfect description. Like it's just so...
Oh, you want to know something that I've discovered as a single woman? Trying to date men that are my age and not date anyone 15 years younger than me. The men that are in our age group are doing the opposite. So like their testosterone is drastically dropping and they have no zest for life at all, which is why they're a bunch of Karens. But
it's a Chad.
It's a Chad. Nah, it's a Karen because it lost its balls. Anyway, they've lost their zest for life. And so they cannot keep up with me. They literally cannot keep up with me, and they don't want it. Now, thank you, Jesus, they have started getting testosterone shots and creams and stuff, and they are catching back up. But for the ones that are not catching up, come on, guys. Let's do this thing. I'll get Botox, you get testosterone.
And there's the perfect relationship.
Yeah, maybe. As long as he knows how to fold socks properly.
Match things appropriately. It is literally, we were trying to look for another word besides feral, And there's not better one to describe it. It's insane.
No, and I'll just admit, like, I get pretty freaking. I will stay home. Like, I know I said that like 5 times, but like, think about how drastic and dramatic that is. I'm like, I'm not leaving my house because I'm gonna act like a hoe.
You're a caged animal that we have to lock away.
Yes. Yeah. It's really bad. Like when you're watching TV and you're like, man, that guy's hot on the television. You're like, huh? That's Christian Slater from 40 years ago. He doesn't exist anymore.
Or a homeless man on the side of the road.
That's pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
I can't think of something that I've done as bad, other than like just hearing someone's voice and it like actually turning me on,
Right.
or like scrolling through your social media feed and stopping and going back. Oh, Kristen Cavallari's ex-boyfriend, Mark, is his name Mark Estes or whatever? Yeah, I can't watch him. I can't look at pictures of him. It just seems not legal. And
I was wondering which direction you were going that. Was this a good or a bad?
It seems not legal. There's some like that's. I guess he's like my type physically, but yeah. Ooh.
Maybe they met.
Like I followed him and then unfollowed him.
Because you couldn't
He's
handle
gotta
it.
stop doing the slow motion, no shirt, sweaty thing. Like it's like really bad.
He's
But good for
capitalizing
her.
on the
Good for her.
feral women times.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
And
A lot of the young guys are really capitalizing on this. Men not having the zest for life at our age, and the young ones are going, "Hey,
I'm here.
I'm zesty
I can fulfill your testosterone
for real."
on every level. Oh, they're just crazy. And then it made me think when we were like looking into this, because I was thinking literally about the past 2 relationships I have, including, my marriage. But the one I chose before this marriage, he was just a completely opposite person. Very feminine, even had long hair, not my type at all. But it was like, did I choose him not during my feral time and started dating him?
Yes, remember
And then
how
I couldn't get rid of him?
Yes, remember how we talked about the whole like people who remarry real quick and stuff. Typically choose someone that's within their. It's not social circles. Social circle is not the right. What I'm trying to say. Their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So like if they did tournament ball, they choose somebody else who does tournament ball.
Right.
So you probably chose him that fit in your lifestyle,
But it was so
and not during the feral time.
not during the feral time whatsoever. I'm pretty sure, because my husband did not come willingly to date me. Let me just say that. It took me a good 6 months to convince him to even go out with
Not
me.
know that.
I was working hard for it too. We were
did
working
not
together. I would
know
go to
that.
work with my shirt down low and be like, hey.
For Oxford.
Oh my God. I did push-up bra. All the girls were in sports bras to work. And I'm like, hey. No, it took me 6 months to convince this man to go out with me.
And now you hate him 26 days out of the month.
Right. Okay. He tolerates me very well. I don't see why he tolerates me, to be honest with you. I'm difficult.
He just has a really good tuner outer.
Right. But over 6 months, I can guarantee you, I was sitting here while we were talking like last night, and I'm like laying there in bed. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? But I can actually correlate and think about those feral, because it took me 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Those feral weeks, I was tracking his ass down.
Yeah.
And try like, oh, y'all going out after work? Oh, I'm gonna go too. Oh, yeah. And like those were feral weeks, I guarantee you, because
Yeah.
I remember other scenarios. They'd be like, we're going out. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't care.
My whole second husband was just one feral experience. The whole thing was just feral. I mean, he treated me so badly, but when it came to he made up for all of it.
The 4 days a month.
It made up for all of it. I mean, that man won me over
During feral time.
with his slightly above average penis. I mean,
We just need a slightly above average. I'm not looking for
average is average for a reason, by the way.
Right.
Okay, so have you ever heard of a relationship dick?
No, what the hell is
So
me in.
relationship dick is the guy you fall in love with that has an average or below average dick size. And so you call it relationship dick.
that was the guy that I had feminine qualities that I chose after my last relationship, that I was like, what the freaking hell was I thinking? Go away.
So the moment you come across a man that is above average, that to me now is a red flag. Not a red flag like you're a bad person. It's a red flag for me. Like, why am I choosing you? Because relationship dick is safe.
But,
That guy was safe. Long hair guy was safe.
Who was definitely safe, without a doubt.
Yeah.
There was longevity there. That was the, sit on the porch rocking chair moment. But I can tell if you tell my husband in my next relationship, I got a combination of the both. I got my feral, I got my above 6'2" man, and I've got my rocking chair.
But you still don't like him 26 days out of the month.
But I don't think I would like anybody 26 days.
Oh, look, I'm not even, I'm giving you a hard time, but I would love to have me a man that the 4 days, I don't have to lock myself in my house.
He has to lock himself away from you.
Yes. Like I want somebody that I can claw after and they're running away from me. That would be fun. And then the rest of the month I can not like them and they can claw after me.
Yeah. But I could definitely, it's not just my husband. I probably don't like anybody other 26 days a month.
Yeah.
So it's not just him. He just tolerates me well.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Last night he really dealt with little Benji really well.
Yeah. He came over to prep. He gives good insights. He's my moral compass.
He's your I think it's funny that you call him your moral compass because one, he's not American, so that's funny in itself. But also, you're pretty, like your values are pretty decent. So I'm like, how boring is he?
That I'm a decent value moral person, and then I call him my moral compass. It's like I tell you all the time he's boring.
Boring, yeah.
But you tell me all the time he's good for me. So
He is good for you. I'm just gonna piggyback.
he's got a brother that's single.
Is he American?
Nope.
Does he speak American?
Yep.
Is he here?
We can make that happen.
Is he 6'2"?
He's taller than he's like 6'3".
Does he have gray hair?
Barely.
I'm gonna need to see a picture.
Well, guys, I have because there's no time clock. I don't know how long we've been talking, but I guess we can wrap up episode 9 here and our feral week.
Our feral episode. Please don't judge. We do not judge. We just listen.
This is real talk, people. Real talk. And if you're married, and we have a large leadership of men listeners, so take this into account and listen and learn from it.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yes. Don't be offended. Like, this is your insight, dude.
Hear your insight for
And don't call me during those 4 days.
We'll post the calendar for you guys. But thanks, guys, for joining our Unapologetic Era episode 9. Like, subscribe. Same thing as always. I think this will give us some comments of a man's perspective of those 4 days a month and let us know how it goes. But we love you.
Peace out, homie.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia.